I've never had plastic surgery.
I haven't either.
So you have had plastic surgery?
I obviously have had some plastic surgery, and I'm very proud of it, and I love what the doctor did for me.
All right, good for you. Do you want to stand up and give us a little sample?
Oh, I don't even know why I said that either. Oh my goodness.
That's about as much as you get.
My name is Ian. I'm from San Diego. I'm going to be watching an episode of ElimiDATE that I was on 20 years ago. I'm going to be reacting to it and kind of going through all the experiences and memories from it and remembering the contestants. I came to be on ElimiDATE when I was downtown in the gas lamp of San Diego. I was waiting in line to get into a club, and they were actually filming an episode there. And there was a fella out in front with the headphones and a clipboard, and I kind of thought he was the bouncer or the person that you get into the club with. And I said, well, so what's going on? Like, can we get in? And he's like, no, we're filming a show. And I asked him, what show are you filming? And he explained it's ElimiDATE. And I said, oh, I would never be on that. I don't want to compete with all those people. And he said, well, what if you were the only person? What if you were the guy? And I said, well, maybe. And my friend next to me goes, oh, you got to do it. You have to do it. And so all night long, they were saying, oh, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And so I called, I think his name was David. It was David in Maine, I think. David in Maine. And I called David and said, hey, let's do this. And I met with him at a hotel, and we talked about it, like a lobby, and we talked about it. And then I got on the show.
ElimiDATE. Four San Diego sensations.
Oh, wow.
She was gonna
already.
Are they fighting for him
I have had some plastic surgery.
or just against each other?
She needs to go back.
Oh my goodness, this is bringing back some memories already.
Bitter because she's flat. It's chest envy.
Wait till this heat moves to the dance floor.
She just
So
came in for the
before I even did this, before I even decided to do this, I already had it in my head that I was gonna try to not make it so raunchy, because I did have family members and a life after this. So I was definitely a little bit intimidated by that.
My name's Ian, and I'm a recreation director for the city of San Diego. I love my job because I get to work with young kids. I coach football and basketball. When I'm not working, I like to play football or run the beach. So I'm looking for a girl who's also athletic and not afraid to get dirty.
ElimiDATE.
Oh my gosh. I remember the producers giving me a little bit of a motivation to kind of make it exciting, This is really weird watching me. I've not seen any of these people in 20 years. I've not ran into them in San Diego ever.
And I may be high maintenance, but I'm also high performance. I'm Veronica.
Oh my goodness, I've not seen this in so long.
The first thing I noticed about Veronica was her lips. They were very shiny and sensuous.
When people look at me, they see.
I don't even remember saying this.
They think I'm stupid, but I have.
I think there may have been a script. I didn't make that up. I couldn't have said that myself.
If I see a
I
hot
don't
guy at
know.
a bar, I'm really aggressive. I'll go up to him and be like, "What's up?
My name's Ian.
Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Kirsten. Nice to meet
Wow,
you.
thanks.
I may come off as the girl next door, but that's just what I want
So
to think.
this is something that she stuck out in my head because she was a last minute replacement. She was a last minute replacement. She was only about 18, I think. She couldn't even drink. She couldn't order any of the drinks. So she was, I think she was a freshman in Arizona.
How about yourself?
Good.
Good.
So I don't know anything about you girls, so we'll start with you. Like, what do you do?
I'm a model. I do all kinds of modeling work everywhere. Print work, runway, catalog.
So this all started because I was standing in line downtown in the gas lamp, and one of the producers, they were filming a show at that place. And so the producer said, hey, do you want to be on the show? And I said, only if I'm the guy. I'm not going to compete with 3 other people. And he said, done. So that's how I ended up on the show, and a little help from my friends.
I thought, wow, maybe this girl is more than just a lot of cleavage.
I couldn't really get my eyes on her because all I could see was like breasts.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a full-time
I was looking at their eyes the whole time.
And for
I
my
was.
free time when I'm down here visiting, I work at Starbucks.
They were definitely pretty. So that's the first impression I got of them, or the first sight I had of them. So they were definitely pretty, but I was still nervous and trying to figure out how I'm gonna kind of run the start this process of asking them questions. So I was definitely uncomfortable, and I was kind of out of my element, and I just kind of decided to roll with it. I wasn't really going to do the show, but I had a couple of friends, a friend of mine, Nate, Dan, Dylan, and Chris were essential in getting me on that show. They said, you have to do it. You have to do it. I just broke up with my girlfriend, I think like a few months ago before this. And so I was like, sounds fun. I'll do it. The blonde haired one and the dark haired one were the ones that stuck out most in my head because they just were kind of opposites and, very dark hair and very blonde hair. And they had, pretty features. And so they're the ones that really stuck out.
Also,
nice. 90s jeans.
Get my teaching credentials and hopefully be a teacher.
You like kids?
Yeah.
In my mind, there's nothing more attractive than a guy that loves kids.
Can we grab your football? Come on.
Oh, I think this was an idea of the producer.
Kendra,
Play a little game.
athletic. She threw the football pretty well. Okay.
So this was, I remember this. This was like January or December. It was definitely winter time, and it was in Mission Beach, so it was definitely cold. I remember being really cold.
He came up, he put his arms around me, and he showed me how to throw a football.
That was funny.
I'm
Remember that hit me right in the nose. Remember that?
sorry.
I don't know what she was thinking.
She lost points right there.
Right in my face.
I felt bad because I threw the ball in at one point and it almost hit his face, and I thought, God, maybe I have a better
It
arm.
hit my face. It definitely hit my face.
So do you guys want to go get some drinks?
Yeah, let's go to the bar.
Thanks, guys. After the football game, we sat down and got to know each other better. What do you think of this place? Is it beautiful or what?
It is. Cheers. Here's a good cheers. To you, Ian.
I remember I did not eat one bite of that food on the table, I don't think.
If you were at a bar,
I tried to. I think I had one
and you
bite.
saw me like,
It wouldn't surprise me that Kirsten would go up and introduce herself first, mainly because her chest just screams, hello.
what about you, Kendra?
I'd wait for you to come talk to
So
me.
I definitely think
Come to you?
the producers at that point were giving them some like things to say to kind of increase the drama a little bit, to make it more interesting, I think. But
Let's have fun. You'd know when you'd see it.
Okay.
You'd know.
wow,
Come
this is
over.
funny.
But you can't do it right now.
Not with you staring at me.
Stare at him. Why would you stare at me? Kendra, this is how you get a guy's attention. Pay attention.
Veronica, do you see any competition here?
Well, I don't have huge breastises. But,
Oh,
I have other qualities that aren't just as good.
I think Veronica has an obsession with my chest, and I think it's kind of a, chest envy.
I do notice that I'm the only dark-haired brunette, so I don't know. Do you like brunettes or blondes? What's your preference?
I don't have any preference. I like obviously looks are important at first, right? That's what attracts you to the other girl, but I like a good personality because like once you get to know somebody, they become more attracted to you. Do you understand what I mean?
So, do you want to come walk to the beach with me?
Yeah, sure.
Ian seemed a little nervous at the table, and I was kind of on the outskirts, so I kind of just wanted to pull him aside and just be like, hey.
this was also something the producers started to do, like, hey, pull him aside, they do that. But this was definitely, I think at this point I was a little more relaxed because this was easier to do. This is easier to have a conversation with one person, so it was a lot better.
Veronica, she's the model. Yeah, I think she's letting you
Definitely
her personality.
crazy to watch this. I wish I would have worn different shoes.
I don't know. She's a little fake to me, but I don't know her, so I can't say for sure, but she's just kind of like out there.
Should we go see what they're doing? Let's go see. We're here to interrupt. Right. Brought your drink for you.
Oh, thanks. Well, we were just talking about you girls.
Oh, yeah?
No, not the whole time. Not the whole time. We were just. I was.
Man, I was so nervous. I was so nervous.
First impressions of people.
Oh, yeah?
It is weird to watch yourself like this. It is really weird to watch yourself like this. Wow.
she was very revealing with her body.
You don't think that what you're wearing is revealing your body?
No.
I mean, obviously you're...
It's interesting to see how things don't really change with
I don't need to have
like how we're treating each other.
are very perky and perfect.
Kendra, what was your first impression of Veronica?
Very beautiful girl, but not very much upstairs. There isn't a lot up there, but you're very beautiful. You have everything for you. And I admire that.
I have upstairs. Have you been upstairs, or are you still in the basement?
No, I've stood here for about an hour, and I just can tell that what comes out of your mouth, there's nothing of substance. And I really do hate to be rude because you're a beautiful girl. But hey, models are beautiful to look at, but no one has to talk to them.
I really didn't agree with all the things that
That was a nice compliment followed by a slap in the face.
on her shoulders.
Maybe you're getting us confused with the upstairs thing. Maybe it's
Really?
her.
And that's why you're a model and I'm getting my master's? I think she's just arrogant. She thinks that she's this model, beautiful girl, and she thinks that that's all that she needs. Well, you need more than that. You need a personality.
Right off the bat, my memory of Veronica, my impression of Veronica was, of course, that she was pretty. But then when they started having the conversations and started kind of being condescending to each other and a little nasty to each other, I know it was for the viewers and it was, you know, the competition, but I didn't want to like continue to see that. So I would have never have continued with that type of person. There's just a lot of nastiness was going on in that. But my first thought was already to cut the 18-year-old because I was much older. And if I was going to end up with a girl in this, it definitely would not be the youngest one. So I had to kind of like cut the 18-year-old, you know?
Well, I've had a good time so far. Today we got to hang out on the bay and enjoy the sunset, have a few drinks. But this is ElimiDATE, so I'm going to eliminate Melissa.
Why?
Well, I just thought that throughout the date you could have come out of your shell a little bit more and been a little more outspoken.
Okay.
All right?
You're last.
So I had to kind of provide a reason, and I didn't want to tell her, hey, you know, you're
It takes a lot of time.
a little younger than me.
If you're on a first date with a guy
So,
and you want
but she is actually, she was really sweet. She definitely, definitely had a head on her shoulders, and she was a sweet girl. So I had to pick somebody. So
Right now I'm in the jacuzzi and I'm waiting for all the girls to come out, and I'm gonna see what they look like. This is like a big fantasy for me.
don't know why I said that. Don't know why I said that, but I mean, I don't think I've ever been in a jacuzzi with 4 of the girls since then.
I think that she could have went with like a pastel better. I don't know.
So do you,
My opinion.
okay, Kendra, what do you think of Veronica's bathing suit?
It's a little small on top, but so she.
Oh, really?
These are some questions that I think the producers provided for me because I think I was out of ideas on what to talk about in there. So we kind of had to,
Okay. What
we kind of had to keep it going.
I don't know. Maybe if she had one, then there would be something to change, but she doesn't.
Kendra had nothing to say about my body, so she had to criticize my personality, which had nothing to do with the question Ian asked.
I never. Have you guys played the game? I never.
I played once.
You have?
Okay, let's play.
No, I never have played this.
So what happens is somebody says, I've never blank, and if you've done it, you have to drink. So everybody grab your drinks. Thank you. So awesome.
Oh,
I've never had plastic surgery.
I haven't either.
So you have had plastic surgery.
I obviously have had some plastic surgery, and I'm very proud of it, and I love what the doctor did for me.
All right, good for you. Do you want to stand up and give us a little sample?
oh, I don't even know why I said that either. Oh my goodness.
That's about as much as you get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you get plastic?
I don't know why I said that. That's not
Something fun.
in my wheelhouse. I don't say stuff like that.
Fun? I don't know. Are you sure you should drink? Your lips are a little big for it to be natural. Oh, I have never had plastic surgery, sweetie.
It's so funny because it's so common.
I never accept your personality.
these days, especially in San Diego and Southern California. It's so common to get plastic surgery, so I don't even know why it's the emphasis.
She's a pretty dumb girl.
So, Veronica, do you think Kirsten is sexy? Do you think she has a good body?
I think anyone can have a good body if they go to the right plastic surgeon.
I was doing okay before that. It was just a little added help.
No, I don't know. I just don't believe in any extra help. I mean, I am very confident with the way God made me, so.
Hey, I'm confident.
I wish I could
am.
change the topic right now. I wish I could.
It's like you are?
I am?
Maybe, yeah. You seem to be talking about him quite a lot. Well, are you a breast
Would you rather
man?
have, yeah. Are you a breast man?
Sure.
This is a tough question.
Sure.
Breasts are nice.
Obviously, have 3 beautiful girls here. So what do you think? Big breasts, medium breasts, no breasts?
I like, honestly, I like breasts that are proportioned to the woman's body.
My body's definitely better than Kirsten's because mine's proportioned. I mean, she does have the breasts, but I think she needs to go.
So one of the things I really thought
I
about
would say that Veronica's
before doing this was not to keep it too raunchy, because I was coaching, and one of the assistant coaches that I was working with told all the moms that I was doing the show, so they knew that I was doing the show. So I really had to be careful on, just keeping it clean, not too raunchy. I would really be interested to see where all these girls are right now.
You girls look all amazing. You don't know how hard this is, but I can only take 2 of you to the next round. So I've chosen to cut Kendra. It just seems that you're a little more preoccupied with the other girls and not paying enough attention to me.
Okay, well, your loss.
All right.
I think I actually came up with that one on my own, and I think I stole that from another episode maybe,
With Kirsten, you may have
because I needed a reason. I don't know what else to say, I don't want to hurt feelings or anything like that.
I hope you 3 have fun tonight. I'm out of here and I'm over it.
For the last
All right.
round, I brought the girls to the Cannibal Bar at the Cadburn Hotel. The Cannibal Bar is a good place to bring a girl because there's a good DJ and it's fun to dance with them, and it's nice and dark, and you can be romantic with your girl.
I remember there being not that many people there, but they made it look like there kind of was, which was kind of cool.
Feeling his chemistry against mine, it was very, very great.
That was definitely the only time I've ever danced with 2 girls like that. After that, it never happened again in my entire life. So that was the only time in my life, and it's on video.
This big ass, like coming at me, like banging me in the side. I was like, what is this? And I turned around, it's her. And I think if she wanted to dance with him, she could have just cut in, not throw her ass at me.
Yeah, I was trying to shake her out of the way, not shove her.
I remember the producers. I don't remember his name. It might have been David, but he kind of motivated them to be a little competitive, to get a little physical. I do remember that. He said, get a little physical now, get in there.
She was really getting close to me, and she was kind of kissing me, and my body was moving with hers, but then Veronica grabbed me and started to undo my shirt and was really seductive, and that was awesome too.
Oh my gosh.
Really jealous. She grabbed his head and just forced him.
I'm just looking. Oh, I don't even remember that.
It was a nice kiss, and it got interrupted when Veronica grabbed me and pulled me away.
I don't even remember that. Oh. I've not seen this, seriously, in 20 years. I was going to watch it last week, but I decided not to.
Really aggressive and started
Wow,
throwing
this
off my
is-
shirt.
I don't even remember that.
Fun to untie one of her strings, not both.
That was the producer's idea. That was them saying, get in there and pull her strap, pull her strap. I remember that.
Really wrong.
I remember
I
that.
felt like helpless, like my shirt's untied and I was trying to tie it back and then she just kind of came in for the kill.
I really don't know what happened, but she shoved me, and I'm sorry, but when someone shoves me, they better watch out for
Yeah.
their reaction. 'Cause
This was not my
don't even think about
desired outcome for this particular part of the show. I did not want this to happen at all.
I would never like pull her pants down in front of people.
Right.
That's disrespectful, and I don't do that, and I think that was rude of her.
Honestly, I'm over it, and I'm sorry if she's upset. She really should get over it. It wasn't a big deal.
They might have had to have, I think a security guard came out and split them up. I think they had to do that. They didn't show that, but I think the security had to come up and split them up.
You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
You do.
Will it be Kirsten or Veronica? Ian's final cut is next.
Oh my goodness,
ElimiDATE.
this is so strange.
Okay, are we all friends here? You guys are cool?
We're good.
Yeah.
Tonight I saw a lot of heat and passion in your eyes, and something I didn't see all day, and I thought that was very sexy. And you were very beautiful and exotic, and your moves on the dance floor were really amazing.
I don't know why I said that either. You got great moves on the dance floor. I never said that to anybody in my life.
I'm going to eliminate Veronica.
Why?
Can I have a hug?
Sure.
All right.
I think that Ian chose her because he felt sorry for her.
Oh, that's not true at all.
I had a lot more in common with Kirsten, and she's a really
But
cool girl.
that's not
but
true.
We hit it off a lot more throughout the date.
I hope you guys have a good time, but Ian, make sure you watch your back.
See, it was raining. It was like winter time, I remember. So I remember we actually had to retake the end of that little segment, and they were doing another show at a club downtown, and I had to go downtown and go into the club and just do a quick little 10-minute thing because they needed something to close at the end because they had to edit some of the fighting out. So I needed to go down there and do a little conclusion. I remember that. I wouldn't do it now because social media is a lot more, I think it's a lot more serious and more popular, and the exposure's much, much larger than it was at that particular time. That was only 2002, was it 20 years ago? There wasn't any popular social media like there is today. And so I probably wouldn't do that dating show again, especially if I was competing with 3 others, I definitely would not do it. But if I was younger, maybe. But looking back on myself, it's just really weird to look at yourself. Like my face was all different and it was just really strange. I think some of those girls were a little nasty, a little catty. As far as long-term relationships go, so I probably would have still picked the same person. I think I saw Kendra at a club many times after that, like a couple times, and we just kind of saw each other from a distance and kind of just said nod like that. I think I might have walked up with her and said hi one time, but I think I saw her once after that downtown. I think we just went on our separate ways because it was kind of late. I think we might have gotten a drink, and then but we communicated and set up a further date. And I went on a couple dates with her after that, like 1 or 2 dates after that. I was still getting my credentials. So I was very busy and very kind of all over the place. And I had no business having a girlfriend at that point. I don't think I had any business having a girlfriend. I didn't get recognized for being on the show, but what was funny was we went to a sushi bar, like maybe a couple weeks after it was filmed. And I think it had already been on the air. I think it had already aired. Maybe it wasn't a couple weeks, but it already aired once. But we were at a sushi bar on Garnett, and we're sitting at this sushi bar, and I'm looking up at the TV, and the episode of me is on behind the guy up there on the TV, and we're sitting there laughing, and the sushi chef is like looking at me, and he looks at the TV, and it clicked, and he realized it was me. But that's about the only time it was like that. My situation right now is that I am still a teacher. I've been working for the school district for about 16 years. And I have a 5-year-old boy, and I have a newborn on the way due in March. My wife, that I had been on the dating show, but I didn't tell her I was doing this. I think she would have fun watching it, but she's just she'll probably just be more be more grossed out on the shoes that I was wearing and the outfit that I had on, and just the girls. For any advice I would have for a young person dating right now, it would definitely be to make sure that your life is organized and in check, like just where you're living, what you have, all that, and before you start a relationship with someone else. Because any of those other conditions that become important as a result, as a condition for you staying together with someone, it throws off the whole relationship. So be established in your life first before you really settle down with someone and commit to them. And open communication is always important because the other person's thinking, is this super, super serious? Is this it's just kind of just, we're gonna see where this goes. So just being open communication is just the most important thing. Don't leave anything undiscussed, because then there's never a problem. I haven't dated in like 11 years or so, but I can probably say that it's probably become a lot more transactional. It's probably become a lot more, maybe it's a little more physical at first for a large part of it. And then people start to get to know each other more later. And then that's when they decide to stay with each other or not. Because I've seen a lot of relationships kind of lasting longer than they should. And I think it's more just based off of physicality at first, which is important. After ElimiDATE, we had the TV on in the main living room. When you live with a bunch of people, you have a big TV, everyone's watching it. And Dismissed from MTV, that was on, that was popular. And my roommate, his sister was on that show. She went on it as a contestant. And so we were watching that show for a little bit, just to see, we can always try to see if it was the episode she was on. But other than that, no more dating shows. All my brothers and siblings have DVD copies. My dad went out and because at that point he had it on VHS. We had the copy on VHS, and we transferred it to DVD. And so for those kids at home that don't know what VHS are, it's like the 8-track of a video players. Thanks for letting me watch ElimiDATE with you and comment on it and relive this experience. I made it a point not to watch the video, and I haven't seen it in so long. This is the first time I've seen it in 20 years. So it was really, really fun to watch it. I had a great time, and I appreciate the fun I had. Thanks.